Well, hello, everybody. I was having a chat today with one of my good friends, an NLP Master Trainer and a Hypnosis Master Trainer, recently graduating from the Hypnosis Master Trainer program, Rommel, Corral. And then it occurred to me, we're chatting about something else. And then I said, you know what, would you like to be the guinea pig and be a user and try Kala for us? For those of you who don't know, Kala is our AI specializing in particularly and only in NLP and timeline therapy techniques. It contains all the scripts and every indication. It's designed for NLP trained people, but also it could give good answers, direct and to the point, to everybody who wants to know the power of NLP and timeline therapy for different problems and questions you might have. So Rommel was so kind, and then he said, okay, I'm just going to see what's happening. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because, you'll say, oh, Adriana is making this up. No, I'm not. I'm asking Rommel to do this and play the guinea pig and be the user and ask some questions from different search engines to see what answers do we get and how good Kala is. So thank you, Rommel, for joining us and doing this. It's great.
Yeah, and thanks for letting me try out Kala. This will be fun.
I hope. Let's see what Kala says. I'm excited. Let's see.
All right. So I've got it up on my screen here, so I'll just share screen.
I gave you the link, right?
Yes. Oh, I think I found it. Here it is. Okay, does it show up correctly for you?
Yes, I can see it. Yes. Good.
Great. I've loaded up all the other fancy AIs as well. So let's see how Kala also compares.
Let's see. Oh, I'm excited.
All right. So Kala, what should I ask you?
Ask something that's important that most people, have a problem with today. It's a real problem that people encounter.
You know what? Everybody's anxious about something. That spiked a lot in the last few years. Let's talk about that.
Indeed.
That's a common.
That's true.
That's a common problem a lot of people have. So, hey, Kala, how do I? Well, since we're gonna ask it to the other engines, I won't call it Kala. ChatGPT doesn't know its name is Kala.
Oh, okay, yes. You want to copy and paste the question? Yeah, smart.
My anxiety. Yeah, how do I get rid of my anxiety? Let's do this. Copy. Paste.
Oh, and by the way, for those of you who are watching the screen, this is not the final screen. As you notice, Kala doesn't have its own symbol and anything. This is still in the last phase of testing for correctness. So it's going to look much prettier, by the way, just in case you're wondering. But we didn't take care of that yet. For the moment, we're most concerned with the correctness of the answer. So what does it say?
So it looks like
to get rid of anxiety, you can use timeline therapy techniques first. Identify a specific event that caused you anxiety, then float up above the timeline, go to point 15 minutes after the successful completion. Oh, the keywords are all there. Look back toward now and notice the anxiety is present. You know what? This is exactly the timeline therapy process. There is one thing that's missing here, and I need to attend to this. Anxiety is a medical condition. And a disclaimer for everybody, and I think it should be there written as well, that if you suffer of anxiety and then you're diagnosed with anxiety or anything like this, you should immediately seek the advice of a qualified medical doctor, psychologist, psychiatrist, somebody who's licensed to deal with this situation. So Kala is not a replacement for sound medical advice. So this is very important to remember. But otherwise, yes. I like it.
I like this answer. It's anxiety. It's describing anxiety model perfectly.
Yes. Yes.
And I like this. There's specific. I'm curious. Give me the specific steps, please. Okay.
Look at that.
This looks familiar. This looks very familiar.
Yes, it is very familiar, and it's all correct.
Yeah. Oh, it's even. I'm assuming this is currently for it's thinking master practitioner stuff because I know this is master practitioner.
Yes, but it's all correct. It's very correct. Yes.
This is and it can elaborate. I like this. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Let me just copy this question.
Okay, let's see.
So chatgpt.com, here we go. Okay, the understanding, this is like the traditional therapy route.
This is the
Understand why you're
traditional,
anxious.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they call.
Manage your mind.
Uh-huh. See, but
Okay, so
this is not incorrect, but it's not
box
really
breathing.
giving you a specific process, right? Do this, do this, do that, do the other.
Yeah, like this is like box breathing. Yeah, sure, but that's like something that's just popular. That's probably why it's pulling it in. Doom scrolling, anxious sleeps. Okay, reduce the overload. CBT, moderate. There's a lot of aside from the box breathing, which is just calm down and breathe. I
Yes,
don't think it actually. This
but when
doesn't
you
actually
what?
remove anxiety. It
No, it
reduces it. It doesn't
doesn't.
eliminate it.
No,
And this is kind of helpful,
That's
but
a traditional, answer that it's a general knowledge.
yeah, like if I summarize this, this is admit to yourself that you're anxious and then breathe slowly about it. Or try worry time. Actually worry for a while and then stop. I'm like, oh, how about we
That's funny.
not worry at all? Okay, so let's what's the other popular one is Anthropic with Claude, right?
Yeah,
So
that would be good. Yes.
let's
Google Gemini.
oh, I'll try to spin up Google Gemini right after. I did not tab that one up.
Okay, let's
Let's
see.
see here.
Let's see. Who's this one?
Uh, so this is Claude, Anthropic's
Oh, this is
Cloud.
Claude. Okay.
Claude,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the sonnet model is what it showed. So deep breathing, muscle
Okay.
relaxation. So physically relax. Got
Yeah,
it.
that's physical. Yeah.
Limit caffeine and I don't want to limit my coffee. No, I'm kidding.
No, me neither. No, no. Sorry, that's something I'm guilty of. I like coffee. Cognitive approaches.
Um,
Yeah. Cognitive behavior. Yeah.
reach out to other people, keep a journal. I got a problem with this because if someone is always anxious and they write about how anxious they are, they're installing it into I
Even
don't like
better.
that part.
Yes, yes, absolutely. If you think of timeline therapy and the fact that every single time you wallow into a negative emotion, you create a new memory and you add and you add and you add and you add and you add, but that's no solution how to get rid of it, right?
Yeah. So
Yes.
you can definitely I get the intention for these answers, and this seems to be the popular things out there, but it doesn't actually.
It's
This would
the,
I would not recommend this.
you know how I call this the everybody knows answer.
Oh
And
yeah.
probably if everybody knows something is probably not right.
All right. I know
Okay,
that
cool,
Grok.
cool, cool. What's next? Oh, Grok you're trying next, okay? Let's
Grok.
see.
Oh, everybody loves Elon's uncensored model, right? Let's see what it tells us.
Let's see.
Personal journey.
Breathing,
Okay, more breathing
grounding,
exercises, grounding,
yeah. Physical activity,
10-minute
it's
one,
the same CBT, yeah.
based on facts and
Mindfulness,
assumptions.
meditation, lifestyle
It's the general
adjustment.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's the general stuff. Oh, Elon made a nice. Elon's learned.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
This little, does it show up on the share screen? I see a little
Oh, yeah,
disclaimer
yeah,
at
yeah.
the
The disclaimer. Yes, yes, yes. Sure. Must be there.
okay,
By
dehydration,
the way,
anxiety.
none of this is incorrect. I don't have a problem with it, but it's not getting rid of anxiety. It's not
No,
explaining that anxiety is an emotion of the future. And, you can get rid of it out of your mind using the procedure from timeline therapy. No claims made of healing or curing anything. No, absolutely not. However, people who have learned how to do this found themselves somehow that anxiety disappears magically. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good, cool, cool, cool. I like it. Are you gonna try something else?
you said Gemini, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking Google
Oh,
Gemini.
let's go find Gemini.
Okay.
Gemini, Google.com.
Yep.
All right. And then what was the question we've been asking? Let me just copy paste that exactly.
Yes. Copy and paste it there. So we use exactly the same question. Cool.
Yep. Common problem, treatable condition. Psychotherapy, talk therapy, so traditional therapy.
Traditional
Freud.
medication, yes. Lifestyle and home remedies. Oh, look at that. Interesting.
Mindfulness, relax. So again, physical relaxation or drugs.
Yeah.
The
Similar,
medication.
similar with Grok in this respect. Healthy habits, coping strategies, socialize, journaling. Again, the journaling.
Yeah. So social system, right? Time management. So reducing things that get you over. It's all good general advice,
Yes, yes, yes,
but it's
absolutely.
but the basis of all this advice is how to reduce it, not eliminate it.
Well, the general idea, the everybody knows of society is that you cannot get rid of it, right? And with timeline therapy, we know that somehow, without any claims, but somehow anxiety disappears. So that's weird.
It's such a weird thing. The second you said, yeah, society thinks this, I sat there going, wait, no. And then I remembered, oh, right, it's because it's because we understand timeline therapy and we know it's removable, but it's not the assumption most people have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Do you want to?
I like Call's answer.
I,
It
I
also
like.
gave me
I like.
specific steps. I like this.
It gave you all the specific steps, everything. Yeah. If you
Let's
follow
keep
the
it.
steps exactly, of course, the key is to follow the steps exactly. Right.
So you know what? People talk about anxiety a lot. What's another one people always like to depression. You know what? Let's talk depression.
Okay.
Is that a that's
Yeah, yeah.
common?
I just looked today, and actually on X there were lots of people talking about, especially for teenagers, for young people, for people in their 20s, they all get depressed. They don't see the possibilities, for the future. Many move back with their parents. So I just read some very sad cases. So
Remote. How
depression
do
is
I
it's a big one. Yes.
how do I get rid of depression?
Okay, that's a good question. Straightforward.
Let
Yes.
me just copy that in advance so I can paste it around later. Okay, let's see what Kala has to say.
Okay.
Timeline therapy. Get a referral. Okay.
Good.
This depression can be linked to other
It's
factors.
important
Yeah.
to know. The depression can be linked to other factors such as blood sugar, correct. It's in fact to check the client's diet, yes. Additionally, you can use other techniques such as reframing when you focus on listening. All right. And would you like to know more about the steps? Yes, including, I like this, involve the timeline therapy techniques for depression. See, this is very, very good because not everybody may want to know the specific steps, but if somebody wants to know exactly, let's see if it gives us the correct thing. It should. It should. Let's see. Is this correct? Okay.
Check diet.
Check that. Okay. Timeline therapy techniques. Float up above timeline. Go a point before the event. Ask your unconscious mind what it needs to learn. Preserve the learnings. Let go of sadness. So sadness first. Yes. Once the sadness is gone, use the same technique, get rid of depression, float above the timeline, go to a point before the event that caused the depression, ask your unconscious mind what it needs to learn from the event, the learning of which will allow you to let go of depression easily and effortlessly, preserve the learnings and let go of depression, future pace, beyond when medication has worn off. I'm not sure what is that. See, this is another thing that we need to, I need to talk to the developers because a step is missing there in the timeline therapy. Come back to now above the timeline, making sure to let go of all the depression, etc., etc. Good, but future pace beyond when medication has worn off. Okay, if the client is on medication, use future pacing. I don't think it's, and it definitely it's not part of timeline therapy. Number 4 there, that thing is not. So good, we know.
Yeah, we know future pacing is. It's probably just taking context from. Yeah, I'm assuming it's assuming that the medication's keeping you stable. It probably has some assumption around it.
Yes.
Future
Yes.
pacing, yes. Additional
Future pacing is
techniques.
correct. Yeah, additional techniques. Yeah, parts integration, reframing, limiting decision. Yes,
Yeah.
that's all correct. Yeah, And essential to know that depression can be a complex issue, and it's crucial to work with a qualified time management practitioner or a medical professional to ensure the best results. In fact, if you are diagnosed with depression, you should seek the advice of a competent, licensed medical doctor, psychologist, psychiatrist. And timeline therapy is not a replacement for sound medical advice. That's for sure. But in general, I like it. A little correction there about future pace, that thing, but otherwise it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
Good.
I have no
Carla,
problem
I like
with this.
it.
If I was a trained practitioner, I would look at this and go, of course, removal of negative emotions, and a trained practitioner would know how to do it.
Sure.
And then, of course, some additional ideas as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I can ask it
for a trained
I'm sure I can
practitioner.
ask it lots of follow-up questions. Oh, sorry, Adriana.
Yeah. If you're a trained practitioner, definitely you know. But also I'm thinking for people who are new and they are not trained in NLP, we want to give we want Kala to give the correct answers and no more, right? So it guides us to, if you want to ask more questions. No, I don't think so. I think that's it for this screen. All right, let's see what the others say. Who are you trying next?
This is ChatGPT. Here we go.
Okay,
Come on,
ChatGPT.
OpenAI. What do you got for me? It's about numbness, this. Okay, so the reframing what
Understand what
depression
you're
could
dealing
be.
with. Okay.
Yeah.
But see, this is one thing I don't like. See, it says their depression it's not sadness. It's not, but it's based on sadness. But it says it's often numbness and emptiness. Listen, this is not good. You know why? Because this is installing. Oh, I didn't know I feel numb, but now that I think of it, I might, So
when I saw it, I was like, oh, they're just trying to reframe what depression is because they might think it's ultra sad. And like, yeah, it's related to it, definitely. But all of this, you're right. This is potential installation. If it's not this, it must be all of these things. Oh no.
Yeah, think of it, because people are in a suggestive state. They go, okay, many people look at ChatGPT as being the oracle, right? And they forget that it's still a machine, and its answers are based on the quality of the data that's put in, and timeline therapy is not traditional, stuff. So that could be a little installation. I don't like that.
Yeah, like what people gotta get is this thing is pulling from general-ish knowledge as well, in addition to whatever it's been trained on.
Yep.
So it's gonna give you common advice, which is not necessarily correct advice.
Yes. Target the core areas: routine, sleep, movement, food. Listen, all of that's correct, but it's general advice. I can't say it's incorrect, right? Because if you don't eat correctly, if you do this, that, and the other, of course you're gonna have effects, psychological effects, which are bad. Could be even also depression, right? So.
I mean, I don't really. I mean, it's going around the general things, like
Right.
Fix a good routine, train your mind, so reframe.
Yeah. But you see, in general, think of it. If people are depressed, how are they going to reframe themselves out of depression? They are in that state. They feel it.
Well, they're in the problem box.
Huh?
They're inside the problem box.
They are inside the box. So how are they going to think outside the box from inside the box? That's the problem. Yeah, true. Okay, let's see who's next.
Okay, so let's go to Claude. How do I get rid of depression?
Who's this? Which one is this?
Claude.
Claude again. Yes. Good. So it's Claude. Good.
They love saying something. They love talking about CBT. All of them. It seems like
because it's well known and it's around for such a long time. Of course, it's kind of a traditional mode of intervention. Of course.
So there's sunlight exposure. So some physical changes. Okay, small steps that matter. Limiting alcohol, drugs. Be patient with yourself. General advice. Nothing's really wrong here. The only ick I kind of have about this and ChatGPT is that it kind of just gets you more aware about it, but not really.
See, what I like there a lot, and I think I may have to talk to the developers, to the tech engineers that take care of Kala's development. See, at the end, that's very good. If you're having thoughts of suicide or self-harm, please reach out immediately to a crisis hotline, emergency services, or go to an emergency room. I think that's very important.
Mhm.
You see,
Yeah.
that's really, really very important, because that's correct. And timeline therapy or not, if somebody is in a situation like this, immediately call the hotline and so that you can get qualified help immediately. Absolutely.
Mhm.
I like that a lot that they put that at the bottom. That's good. And
Yeah,
what did you try last time? It was the Gemini, I said. Well, I mean, use whatever you want. I don't care. It's just one of the big.
we got. Oh yeah, there's so many AI flavors. This is Grok.
Oh,
Let's
this
see what
is
Grok will
Grok.
say,
Okay. This is
and then we'll
exciting.
give
Let's see.
Gemini a whirl.
Let's see what
So
Grok says.
deeply personal process, evidence,
CBT again, yeah, medication,
cost,
build
build
a
a
routine.
routine, physical, nutrition, challenge the negative thoughts, be social, connect with others,
Yeah,
mindfulness and
and the
relaxation.
disclaimer. Okay, yes,
Yeah.
cool. I like how
10-minute
the
walk.
disclaimer pop-up appears there. It's very nice.
Oh, so okay, there isn't really anything too bad here. They also got the hotline item. So these guys have probably been trained explicitly that if someone is saying these things, you should
But you
pop in
know
a
what?
disclaimer.
They're right. They're correct. They're correct, because
Oh,
it's people don't know, and if they don't know, they think that there is no help.
okay. Looks like Grok's
So
remembered I bugged it about NLP previously, so it's offering something, but I have it at a general AI that doesn't have a
look at
history of
this.
using it.
Yeah. Remember what you asked before. Yeah. Very cool. Of course it remembers. Probably I didn't clear up chat.
Okay. Well, Gemini, what do we got? I don't really have sorry, one thing before we go off, Grok. It's
Yeah.
same stuff. Same
Same
stuff,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
CBT, medication, building a
Yes.
routine, physical activity.
Yes.
It's the usual common advice.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So Google, Gemini, what do you got for me?
So Kala was very precise in the steps.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So again, CBT,
Yeah.
IPT, behavioral activation.
Interpersonal therapy. Yes. Behavioral changes.
Oh, they got
Antidepressants.
nice links. Yeah.
Yeah. Antidepressants. Lifestyle care strategies. Again. Big picture. Nice advice. Yes. But
Yeah.
general
Big,
knowledge.
big picture common. Yeah. Diet, sleep, social connections, mindfulness, hobbies,
Uh huh.
uh, and of course, go get help immediately. Okay. Um,
Yep.
it's general stuff. It's very
General
general
stuff.
stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. It
What,
is.
what what happens here is that everyone's like, it's great. It's everything there. I'm like, yes, and it's also accessible, and everybody who's had it's probably Googled it at some point, and gotten the
All
general
the
advice,
data
but it's
comes from
still,
there. Sure.
yeah, but it's still a problem. So
Yeah, but you see,
it doesn't.
those are not specialized. Kala is specialized in NLP and timeline therapy. Because it
Like
has
I like
all
that I
the
gave.
yeah, all the scripts there. All the scripts from NLP practitioner, NLP master practitioner, and timeline therapy, both practitioner and master practitioner. So it's very specialized in this respect.
Okay. And then
Oh,
let's ask it one more.
one more
What's
one.
something a general public would ask? How do I get rid uh of my inner conflicts? Yeah, let's ask it in general so the other AIs will also get it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how do I get rid of my inner conflicts? Oh, oh, parts integration. Yep.
Yes, exactly
Okay.
what it should have answered. Okay, hold on a
Yep.
second. Let me see. I have the part we don't want to make sure the client has a. This is the whole script and it's the correct script. Yep, this
Yep.
is step-by-step description. Yes, test and future pace at the end. Wow, this is the perfect answer. Absolutely the
Yep.
perfect answer.
Yes.
Yay! Good.
Okay. Uh, let's see what the
Okay,
other
so this
experts
is
of
yeah,
AI.
ChatGPT. I can see there. Yes. Okay. Good.
The ChatGPT is identify conflict early. Okay, one part wants, another part wants this. Okay, they're kind of describing parts integration. The why, blah, blah, blah. Choosing. Names like the achiever.
Hold on
Okay.
a second. But again, that's a little bit of installation. See the
Yep.
presuppositions in language. One part may want growth or ambition. No, not necessarily. Absolutely not. Every person's different. The other part may wants safety, rest, or protection. Not for everybody. What is this part trying to protect me from? The presupposition is that the part wants protection. Not necessarily and not for everybody. What fear? Yeah. Again, the presupposition is that there is a fear. I mean, working with so many students, I can tell you not everybody has fear. So, is there a possibility that people have? Yes. But no, this is installation. This is, it's suggestion and people go, oh, I didn't think of fear. But now that, who's this? ChatGPT says it, I must have it, right? No.
This is dangerous. I remember I have a sister, so my mom would tell us, hey, don't hit your sister. And it's like, I didn't have the idea, and here it goes. Or vice versa, don't hit your brother. And all of a sudden, whack. It's like, thanks for the idea.
Yeah, exactly. We are all suggestible to a certain degree, but that's not good.
So this, integration, compromise, a compromise. Yeah, I don't like that.
In NLP, it's there as step number 3. It says giving them names, right? So what do we know in NLP? That the more you identify a negative part or a negative part of you or whatever, the more solidity you give it. What do you want? You want to integrate it. You don't want to have more conflict, more solidity, more power in that particular part. That's why we don't give them names. So there is a logic but that's, yeah. Yeah, it says here integrate, yes, thank you. But what you just said before, was the other way. So step number 4, a compromise. But how do you reach the compromise? They don't tell you how to go to the bigger picture, what questions to ask to get the bigger picture, to get the common intent. They don't tell you that. Oh my God, you formed a third part? Hold on. This is bizarre. So if you don't have a third part, you create a part to integrate the other parts? You're going to end up even more fragmented.
Oh my.
That's not good.
I'm
That's
general advice. I can see why this could be general advice and why it might make sense to some. But if they actually understood what's going on,
but Rommel, think of it. If you do this, and people do this many times, and every time you create another part, what you're doing, you're creating more parts than before.
Yep. No, that's absolutely right. I can see why someone might think it would make sense if they didn't have proper training, if they didn't know what was happening.
Wow. But okay. I don't like this at all. This is not, no.
I would not want this out for general public to go experiment with, right?
No, even more conflicted, even more. The more parts you have inside you, the more inner conflict you have. You want to get rid of the inner conflict, not to create more, right?
Yep, absolutely. You want to be whole, as whole as you can be.
Exactly.
To remove any misdirection or noise.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay.
So tools that can help journaling.
Okay.
Journaling is nice in general, but doing that, no, this solidifies parts.
Solidifies again. Yes, that's the problem.
IFS. I don't know enough about IFS to speak to this, but sure, it looks like it's just solidifying it even more, from what I can assume.
Well, I don't know much about his name because names change all the time, so I'm at a loss here. But if this is like the parts parties or parts conferences, when they all have to sit around and negotiate, which is the model coming from Virginia Satir originally. I don't know. I don't know if that's. I need to research.
Yeah, like if it's Virginia Satir's work, right? We're just going down to the core problem. But
I mean, there are a lot of different developments based on either her work, which is going down into specifics and dealing with the situation there, or Erickson's, which is going out to big picture and resolving the conflicts there. So it depends, but these are kind of the basic things. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, meditation, mindfulness, the usual. Working with therapist, a coach. Okay, good. Go to an expert.
Yeah. Warning signs that it's bigger what?
I don't like this installation. I read it as an installation.
Yes, me too. Paralyzes your decisions. Of course, everybody who's conflicted, it doesn't take any decision, sits there in the middle going, what do I do? But that's the definition of inner conflicts and parts, right? That's the problem. That's why people feel blocked and cannot decide either way. And how many people are this is a common thing, by the way. I did some videos about this.
Okay. So in summary, name both sides.
I'm having a problem with that. You give it,
Sides wants for you. I can kind of see where they're going with the intention, but the execution is sloppy.
But you see, it doesn't show you how to, in NLP, we call this how to chunk up, how to go to bigger picture, because the more abstract, the more agreement, the more specific, the more conflict, right? So
I'm curious about the walkthrough of a real-time example, but I'll skip it for now because if it's gonna follow this process,
yeah.
I don't think I want it.
Okay. So who do we have next? So this was ChatGPT.
Uh,
Oh, let's see what Grok says.
oh, what Grok? Okay, we'll go to Grok first.
Let's look at Grok.
Uh,
Oh, this is fascinating.
yeah,
I love it.
conflicts. Okay, everybody goes identify what the conflict is. Sure, explore root
Okay.
cause. This ChatGPT didn't have this. Practice self-compassion.
All right. That's still
So
not
it's
going to resolve the conflict.
I don't know who this is, but I'm assuming it's just scraping the web for additional data. So you always have to be careful because people can put anything on the internet.
Of course, but that's the problem, you see, with non-specialized, generalized AI. Reframe the conflict as a dialogue. Okay, that's negotiation, all right? It's like parties. Use decision-making tools. Values clarification. Installation again, possibly install. Look at this. The values clarification. List your top 3 to 5 core values like freedom, stability, and growth. Not everybody has freedom, stability, and growth as their values. In what context? It doesn't even say. Because values are in different contexts. It's very, very general, very general. Visualize outcomes. Okay, that's like creative visualization. Mindfulness to observe without. It surely would make you feel better about yourself if you really practice this, but it's not going to solve the conflict.
So Headspace has done a lot of good advertising. It's probably why it's being scraped in here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, labeling thoughts, giving it power. We know that this gives it power. I don't really
Yeah.
want that. Okay. Take small actions. So it's similar to what ChatGPT said, right? Paralyzing decision making,
Yeah.
etc. Break tasks, smaller chunks. It's alluding to using smaller chunks, less chunks for overwhelm.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Seek an external. Okay, go find an expert. Integrate NLP techniques because I remembered I bugged Grok about NLP in the past.
Yes.
So it's bringing in some things, but it's
But
not
it's
specialized.
reframing and anchoring and parts integration, good. Oh, visualize the conflicting parts. No, this is the old way. We're not doing this in our specialized school. Parts integration, yes, it's based on how we think about parts as being simple clusters with boundaries, and boundaries are linguistic, so it's a little bit of a different story.
Yeah.
Imagine
So
them merging. Listen, before I learned parts integration, like I don't want to say how long ago, very long ago, from TED, I did the visualization. Imagine the parts like this, and it did nothing because it's just a visual external. It's not even operating inside in the neurology. To me, that didn't work at all, and the feedback I got from other people that it really didn't. But it's too much conscious mind, and parts usually.
I don't necessarily like this. Like I got that you don't need to optimize 98 to a 99%, sure, but I don't like how this is phrased. You can just let it be. Like
Gives
no,
you
make yourself better.
yes. It again, it takes the power of control over your own mind and life.
Yeah.
When put it's like,
Like
oh, you are a victim, what you can do. No, it's normal to be a victim. No, it's not.
no. I mean like, take your time if necessary. You don't try to fix everything all in one shot.
Right.
Right? You might need some time to integrate. But
Yes.
I get that might be what it's been trying to say, but that's not how most people will interpret it.
But you have to admit that it was a little more complex of an answer than ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You have
No,
to give progress.
let's give Anthropic a go and we'll give Gemini a go. So
All right.
Cloud, Anthropic, tell me what you got. Yep, tug of war, deeper layers, go in. It looks like they all have the idea of integration.
Which is good. But they
Yeah,
don't give
practical
you the
approach.
how to do it step by step. See, none of them gives you the how to do it. Do this first, do this next, do this next, do this next, and then you get the result. That's missing.
So let's ask it. Give me a specific how to.
Okay?
Just so we can do a proper comparison. 2 chair techniques? What is this, perceptual positions? Oh, no, no, no. So they want chairs instead of parts integration
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
hands.
Yeah, that's kind of like parts parties.
Okay, taking small actions to get it going with a date. Helpful.
But you see, look what's missing. Look what's missing. So back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it's not even a good negotiation. Because again, where do people agree? In details or in big picture?
We gotta go all the way up.
The more abstract it is, the more you have a common intent. So after you find the common intent, it's easier to integrate. But if you stay in the details and back and forth is just arguing. So all of these are based on cognitive behavior and very much conscious mind alone, thinking about it. And parts are part of the neurology. And many times they are operating totally at the unconscious level. So that's what I see a problem, see.
Let's give Gemini a go. Claude's giving short answers for whatever reason about it, but
Yeah.
it's still following the same piece, which is identify the parts. It
And
didn't say,
it doesn't cross the boundaries. No.
yeah. So inner
It doesn't
conflict,
cross the
psychological
boundary. And for those of you who are not trained in NLP, when I say this is not the usual understanding of boundaries. When in this respect, each part in the neurology has defined boundaries. This is not to cross somebody, a person's boundaries. So let's make sure that we're precise with our language. In fact, crossing somebody's boundaries would be unecological from our point of view, okay? So let's make sure that we understand. Okay, who's this? This is Google Gemini, okay?
Google Gemini. Let me
Identify and acknowledge the conflict, okay? Pinpoint the opposing forces. But here is the problem again. The client doesn't understand the opposite forces. Because if they did, they would have solved the problem themselves. See? That's the issue. NLP is very precise with the timeline therapy is very precise with that.
Yeah, this is exactly the same reason why coaching will never really disappear. Like AI and all these tools are great. You used to have to find an expert and get tutelage from them, right? Apprenticeship, journeyman, master, right?
Yes.
And then we made books and we increased literacy. Then we made great libraries, collections of books, and then we made encyclopedias.
Yes.
So small amalgamations. Then we put them onto CDs, then DVDs, so you didn't have to keep a bookshelf that weighed a ton of an encyclopedia that would be outdated in a year, right?
Yep.
Then we had the internet, so now you don't need to keep the DVDs. I remember in Carta, we used to be a DVD encyclopedia.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
And now, we had the internet, which is constantly being updated in real time, so you didn't have a fixed point in time of knowledge. And then now we have AI, which will scan it's like a librarian for you. It'll scan it all for you, do some minor reasoning and integration, but it doesn't. I was just at an event yesterday, speaking about this, and everybody understands that you can feed yourself so much knowledge, whether or not the knowledge is good quality, correct knowledge is a different problem. That's what we're looking at here.
That's right.
But the knowledge itself doesn't make a difference. If we all know that to be healthy or to lose weight and get healthier, 500-ish calorie, you can look this up very easily. It's common knowledge. AI will tell you to 500 calorie deficit, lower carbs, higher protein, higher fats, and you will typically safely lose weight.
But hold on. Even so, without specified way of doing this, right? We still have a epidemic of people who have trouble with weight that would love to lose weight, but they still don't. Because see, we get into specialized things here because people are not motivated to even follow the simple advice that, one of these big AIs will give you. I mean, okay, just reduce the calories per day. But they have no motivation because the motivation is part of their values, but they don't know what their values are because values are mostly unconscious, so they don't know how to elicit their own values. So you see how it works?
Yep, that's exactly the problem. You have the knowledge, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make a damn of difference because you're not motivated to do it.
Yep.
And this and all the intellectual types notice. Like we have all the knowledge in our fingertips,
Yep.
and we know exactly what we should do because we can read it, we can reason it out,
Yes.
and then they still don't do it. So, coaching will never really disappear. You still need the practitioners and techniques because having all the knowledge in one place is nice, it's convenience. But making sure the knowledge is actually correct is a different thing. You need to rely on an expert, not just a scraped amalgamation on the internet,
I
which is why I
fully
like that
agree.
you generated Kala. It's
Okay, so
accurate knowledge.
I'm very, thank you for doing this, by the way. And I'm very happy how Kala performed so far. We need to, just, polish little things that we discovered, like, for instance, that example there with the future pace, right? Not in this one, but I think it was in the previous one, answer that it gave us. That the thing. Because it's not part of the script, so probably it pulled out the information in general. But we want to stay correct on the script so that whoever uses it gets only exactly the correct script and the correct instructions according to timeline therapy. Because that part is not part of timeline therapy.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Like this,
thank you so much. I really appreciate. What do you think so far about Kala?
I think this will help a lot of people.
I
This will
hope
help a
so.
lot of
That's why we're making it. That's the intent behind it.
yeah. I like that one accurate, right? Fast. I didn't even I noticed the speed of this
Oh
thing
no,
is
it's
very,
very
very
fast.
quick.
Yeah. It's very fast. That's true.
And the fact that it can how do I put it? It actually gives you what's going to work, not necessarily the general airy-fairy up to your interpretation type of
See,
stuff
the
that I've
fact
seen
that
the other AIs do.
the fact that we put the scripts there, it gives people the how to, because we can talk about an issue, and at the end you'll feel good, but you still don't know how to do it, right? And this it gives you like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, step by step, the how to. And that's very important, especially for people who have at least knowledge at the practitioner level. They have it right there. They don't have to go, oh my God, I know I heard of this before, but where was it and whatever. It's at your fingertips. And then you remember it. But also it's sufficient for to give an indication, clear indication and precise indication. My intent was also to serve people who are not directly trained, right?
Mhm.
Who are beginners, but they go, okay, is it anything that I could help myself with? And hopefully they'll understand the fact that, as you said, at some point, learning or having, the competent advice of a well-trained coach makes a real difference.
Like learning and understanding is important, right?
Yeah.
The action is what makes the difference.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Anyway, thank you again. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your help today, and hopefully we can launch it soon.
Looking forward to it. Thank you,
All right.
Adriana, for letting me test this.
That's my pleasure. It was fun. I enjoyed it. All right, Rommel. Bye-bye. Be well, my friend.
Bye.